starting from scratch is hard.
Things can change so quickly in a blink of an eye.
A Louisville family lost their home, business, and 3 cars in the Marshall Fire.
Because when you lose everything, I personally haven't felt the need to replace everything.
Tonight, their story as they continue to piece their lives back together.
And the death of Breonna Taylor fueled protests nationwide. One of the police officers involved in her death on trial, but the judge rules a mistrial. What happens next in the push for justice?
We've had a few rain and snow showers. There is more moisture coming up in the 7-day.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Anne Trujillo.
And I'm Jessica Porter. A family who experienced immense loss in the Marshall Fire is rebuilding their lives one piece at a time.
And you may remember them from last year when our generous Denver7 Gives viewers helped them get a new car.
We got you guys a new car!
Awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I'm crying. This is crazy. Thank you so much.
Tonight, Denver7's Claire Lavazorio followed up with them to share their journey nearly 2 years later.
Opening the doors to this med spa is a major milestone for the Tarvis family, although just one step in their road to recovery. Walking through the doors of Youth Bar for its grand reopening.
I wanted to bring this to you tonight as a special memory.
Jen Willard is sharing a small reminder.
Knowing that she lost everything, I wanted to save this and give it to her.
Of how far her friend and owner, Meadow Tarvis, has come.
This means so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Meadow says anything she can salvage, even a business card, is a blessing after the Marshall Fire took everything from her Louisville business. Nearly 2 years later, she is welcoming clients in for the first time to a new med spa location on Discovery Parkway in Superior, in a building that experienced its own damage from the fire.
The views of the Flatirons, and I could look down over where we had lost our home. And there was just like this feeling of peace and just like, okay, perspective.
But this is only part of her family's journey. Less than a mile away, the foundation is being laid for their future after the blaze burned their home to the ground and destroyed 3 of their cars. Generous donations from Denver7 Gives viewers allowed us to surprise the family with an SUV.
We got you guys a new car!
Awesome.
Meadow says they're hoping to move in just in time for the holidays.
I haven't quite caught up, but I feel excited for the future.
While rebuilding their life from the ground up hasn't been easy, it's given them a new perspective.
I'm just trying to enjoy this moment here right now.
In Superior, Claire Lavazorio for Denver7.
One step at a time. Congratulations. And the Marshall Fire damaged or destroyed more than 1,000 homes and businesses in Boulder County. The sheriff's office says it started as 2 separate fires. The first, a buried fire pit, and the second caused by a downed Xcel Energy power line.
A man was hit and killed tonight by an RTD train. It happened around 6:30 near the train yard at 6th and Mariposa. Denver police are investigating why that person was on the tracks. We do know that no one else was hurt.
A former Clear Creek County Sheriff's deputy will not serve time in jail for his role in the death of Christian Glass. Kyle Gold authorized the forceful entry into the 22-year-old's car, which led to him being shot and killed. Gold pleaded guilty to failing to intervene in the use of force by law enforcement. He was sentenced to 2 years probation and is barred from serving as a law enforcement officer.
But we've been waiting for justice. Today was the first admission of guilt by anybody there. So we hope that from now on that that's the way it will go.
Glass called Clear Creek County law enforcement when his car got stuck in Silver Plume last year. His family says he was having a mental health crisis. 5 agencies responded, and Glass was ultimately shot and killed by then Deputy Andrew Buin. He pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder, and he will be in court next month.
A jury deadlocked in the trial in the death of Breonna Taylor. Police officers shot her while in her home back in 2020. This happened in Louisville, Kentucky, sparking protests nationwide.
Today, the judge declared a mistrial in the case against former officer Brett Hankinson. Denver7 reporter and attorney Jessica Crawford joining us tonight. And Jessica, what led to this mistrial?
Well, the jury tried for several days to reach a verdict, but this afternoon they sent the judge a note saying that they were at an impasse. This was in a emotional case. If you can remember, it drew the attention at the height of the Black Lives Matter movement. And Brett Hankinson was accused of violating Taylor's civil rights when he opened fire into her apartment. Now, according to the Associated Press, the judge reported hearing elevated voices coming from that jury room during deliberations and even sent court security officials to that room. In criminal trials, almost every state requires the jury to come to a unanimous verdict, but this group just couldn't do it. Federal prosecutors could decide, though, to retry Hankinson. The lead prosecutor in the case, Michael Songer, said in court that it would take, quote, enormous resources to retry this case. In the studio, I'm Jessica Crawford, Denver 7.
Thank you, Jess. Colorado lawmakers will be at the state capitol tomorrow morning for a special session addressing rising property taxes. Democrats shared their plans, which focus on increasing property value exemptions and lowering the assessment rate. They're also proposing equal Tabor refunds and additional rental assistance. Republicans have also unveiled their plan, calling for deeper tax cuts across the board. And ahead of tomorrow's session, Governor Jared Polis presented his budget proposal for next year to the Joint Budget Committee, and it includes nearly $40 million for crime prevention, $65 million for new housing near transit. It also includes fully funding K-12 public schools with an additional $564 million for public education.
The governor declaring today a special day. November 16th is Anne Trujillo Day in Colorado. After 39 years bringing Colorado and beyond its news, tonight is Anne's final newscast. I can't even believe I'm saying that. I know, Anne, this is an emotional night for you, and we'll go through some of Anne's stories throughout the years after the break. But first, here's some kind words, Anne, from our viewers.
Hi, Ann. I'm a 93-year-old geezer. My name is Gene, but I've always enjoyed your style of reporting, and I've enjoyed your professionalism. So Denver's going to miss you.
Thank you for so many years of reporting on Channel 7. You're a big inspiration to many young women who are getting into this field.
Anne, you had become a member of our family. Truly a member of our family all these years. You've taught us how to wholeheartedly love those around us.
Well, the time has come. This is Anne Trujillo's final broadcast. I've had the honor and privilege of sitting next to her on the anchor desk for 7.5 years, roughly 5,670 newscasts, and reporting on some of the most significant stories, quite frankly, in modern history. Well, tonight, in our final tribute to Anne, Jacqueline Allen had the colossal task of trying to fit at least some of the highlights of Anne's remarkable career into a few minutes of television. So grab a tissue, and we'll grab ours. And I hope you enjoy.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anne Trujillo. Here's what's happening.
For nearly 4 decades.
Hello, everyone. I'm Anne Trujillo.
Anne Trujillo has been the trusted face.
And with that, thanks for joining us today.
On Colorado TV.
1984.
I did the math. That's almost 40 years.
Just don't tell me how old you were in 1984, okay?
The story behind that face is the story of a mile-high icon. A journalist who's covered history and made it.
Hey, it's so warm out here. The blizzards of winter and summer's not over yet for Bannerman.
Long before she held down the anchor desk.
I was a general assignment reporter, and that meant that I did anything and everything.
And earned her stripes reporting in the field all over the state and beyond.
More than 1,500 people are believed to be buried somewhere in the rubble around the city.
Her first major story, one of her most memorable.
In 1985, and there was an earthquake in Mexico City, and there were only 2 of us on staff who could speak Spanish. So they sent us to Mexico City. And I think about it all the time. You see buildings that crumble to the ground, and you hear someone say, "Everybody hush," so they can listen to be able to try and hear if anyone's buried under the rubble. That hasn't changed to this day. We know that 19 people were taken to area hospitals.
In 1999, the headlines in Colorado changed us all.
Colorado had never experienced anything like, I think the nation hadn't experienced anything like that. You know, how could it happen here? Who were these poor families? I just always felt like I needed to be compassionate and talk to people as a parent. You know, when you're a parent, I know you are, it's a whole different frame of mind when you're talking to someone who has lost a child, who has lost a loved one. And I do remember going home and just, I can't talk about it.
Over the years, she's interviewed presidents and Oprah, covered popes, and hosted Politics Unplugged, informing Colorado through the tough times.
What's really important, our community.
And the triumphant.
Lots and lots of Broncos fans, I'll tell you.
Including Super Bowl champs.
Let the nation hear you! You are world champions!
And Stanley Cups.
You're a huge Avs fan.
I am. I am a season ticket holder, and I've been a season ticket holder since the Avs came to town. And actually, even before the Avs, when the Grizzlies were here, it's just the best.
Be honest with me. Have you ever been happier than when the Avs won the championship?
No, I have never. Well, okay. There have been some family events that make me so happy, but that was a really fun event.
Behind the scenes, family is what makes Anne, Anne. She met her husband, Mike, at Denver7.
My first day on the job, I met Mike. I was assigned to follow a crew around, and it just happened to be that Mike was the photographer. So it was kind of love at first sight, yeah.
That love kept growing. Their 2 children, now giving Anne a title she's most proud of.
I'm Lita to little Lucia and little Raphael.
Look at your smile.
They're the best. It's just such a beautiful thing. Morning, everyone. I'm Anne Trujillo. Here's what's happening.
Anne Trujillo has become the longest continuous evening anchor on Denver TV.
What do you think when you hear that?
I feel so fortunate. I really do.
As she's recognized with every award you can imagine, Anne's thinking less about the past and more about the future.
You quoted Isabel Allende, I'm not going to retire, I'm going to renovate.
I thought that was brilliant. I think retire just sounds old, and I don't feel old. I have been feeling for a while that I need to renovate. And so that word just hit home for me that it's time. It's just time. I'll show you my new item that I just received in the mail this week. This is from the Avalanche Parade.
After all these years, saying goodbye isn't easy. Notes and memories pouring in from viewers and colleagues. To the journalist who's part of our collective history.
We've got the news you're looking for.
A mile-high icon.
Join us from 7 to 10.
What do you want to say to people who have been watching you for so long?
It's so easy, Jacqueline, and it's thank you. I feel so honored and blessed to have had this position all of these years and to have had this opportunity to just understand people's lives and their experiences and their heartaches and their joys. And it just has been such a privilege. You know, I want to walk out with my head held high, feeling like I did my job well and that people trusted and had faith in what I was doing.
Thanks for joining us.
Have a good evening.
Wow. And like I said, I mean, it truly has been an honor and a privilege. And I want to add that what I haven't said to you is you made me better at this job.
Thank you.
You know, and that's really something. And
all of us.
Yeah. So
all
wow.
of us better.
I was just going to say with Jacqueline, she and I are very dear friends. And we all are good friends, but she and I cried most of the way through that interview. So I think she tried to.
You've also cried most of this week.
Yeah, I have. And yeah.
That's
but
wonderful.
It's just been a blessing.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Wonderful. More to come in the show, so stick around.
All right.
You're on.
Okay. I promised I was going to be nice to you, right? So you wouldn't cry.
No, you did not.
But I'm going to be nice to you, all right? Here we go. Let's take a look outside right now. And all week long, we've been having some fun with this. But tonight, this is the view live from the Anne Trujillo Broadcast Center. Yes, indeed. And Anne, as the sun sets, we know is beautiful, just like you. Aww. And the new adventures for you on the horizon. Very excited for what's next for you, my dear friend. And so in light of that, we have our weather headlines, the special Anne edition. We have an anticlimactic cold front moving through tonight. Tomorrow we have an anticyclone, which is a high pressure system, and we anticipate a big change in the 7-day. And is anybody else really sad about this? I know I am.
Oh.
As far as today, 70 and 37. Right now, our temperature is down to 37 degrees as a cold front has moved by. And tomorrow morning, mostly clear skies are expected, but cooler conditions on the way. There's the cold front. There's the anti-cyclone right there. And by morning, we have mostly clear skies aside from a few mountain flurries. Temperatures will be in the 20s and 30s around the Front Range. Tomorrow, sunshine, a little bit cooler than today, but not by a lot. We'll have temperatures still about 10 degrees above normal for this time of year. That moves out. Here comes a storm coming through for Saturday night and Sunday. We'll get a little mountain snow, some rain showers on the plains, and then we'll look at a bigger storm coming up perhaps by Thanksgiving night and next Friday. Here is your 7-day forecast. 62 tomorrow, 63 on Saturday, some showers on Sunday, and a few flurries Monday. Then it's windy by Wednesday and mostly cloudy by Thanksgiving, maybe some snow on Black Friday.
Hi, Anne. I just wanted to tell you, you have been an inspiration to me for many, many years. Not only because you're Latina, as I am, but also because you are just so professional, kind, and just a great anchor.
I just want to congratulate you on your retirement. I've been watching you for many years. You're actually my favorite anchor of all anchors of all the channels, but I love Channel 7.
I just want to congratulate you on your retirement. You will absolutely love it. You will be missed by many, but you will love your retirement.
Denver7 Investigates, standing up for what's right in our community.
I think this is marvelous that you help people like you do.
Holding the powerful accountable.
People want to know, have you made any arrests?
Giving a voice to people who need to be heard. Denver7 Investigates.
Welcome to Denver7 Sports, sponsored by the Lodge Casino. And here we are 9 games into the season, facing a must-win for the Broncos to stay alive in the playoff race? Yeah, pretty much. When you start the season 1-5, every game in the second half is a must-win if you have any hopes of making a playoff run. So the Broncos face the Vikings Sunday night at Empower Field. They're going to wear their all-blue uniforms for the game. They wore them last season and, beat the 49ers, pulled off a rare victory. So here we are again. Broncos on a 3-game win streak, 2.5-point favorites over the Vikings, who've won 5 in a row. Kareem Jackson is back from a 2-game suspension. Mile High is going to be rocking, and the Broncos have to get this one to keep it going.
So we got to bring our best game. We got to play great in front of our fans. Obviously, to come back home after a great, road win with all of our fans coming to Buffalo, which was fun, and then coming back here at home in front of Broncos country, it matters. And hopefully we can, continue to stay focused on one play at a time, one practice at a time, and one game at a time.
Playing this game at home and having a home crowd, I think it's significant, and we're looking forward to that. It looks like the weather's going to be good, and we're going to count on that crowd noise and all the things that you gain when you play at home.
All right, it used to be the home of one Dalton Reisner, but now the man from Wiggins is coming home dressed in purple. Dalton now starting for the Vikings after the Broncos did not re-sign him last season. He played 4 years in orange and blue, did so many good things off the field in his home state, and he said he's just trying to treat this like any other game.
There's no emotions to keep in check. I mean, they drafted me. They let me play with them for 4 years. That was my dream. I'm grateful for that. There's no bad blood, man. I'm a Minnesota Viking now. I'm going down there to get a win. And we'll see if I get welcomed with open arms or I'm booed out of the stadium. Who knows what's going to happen. But I'm an emotional player, as you guys have probably seen since I've been here. I'm going to use my emotion to play harder. So it's another ball game, man. It'll be good to see the boys.
All right, that's all for now. I believe more with Anne Trujillo coming up. Is that true? All right, back. More with Anne right after this break.
What a wonderful inspiration she has been for women in the news industry as well as women all time.
It's been a pleasure the last 25 years to be able to watch you on Channel 7 from down here. Wish you nothing but the best. Thank you for everything you gave us.
I hope the up-and-coming newscasters have learned well from you. Good luck in your future.
Denver7 Sports is sponsored by the Lodge Casino, Colorado's first choice for fun.
All right, so we're here, and I think we have a shot of the chorus back here. Would you like to describe who we're looking at here?
These are my people. You'll see them here in a moment.
They're there.
There they are. Yes, my husband, daughter, son, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, and my Denver7 people. I mean, just these are the people I love, and my work family, my home family, and just missing the grandbabies because they're asleep.
Yeah, so let's hope they're asleep. Yeah,
we are hoping so.
What a wonderful evening. This has been a special week.
Thank you all for making it special.
I just want to say one thing, Ann, real simple. 22 years of seeing you every day in the newsroom. I'm going to miss your smiling face.
Oh.
Always smiling, always in a great mood, always bringing the newsroom up every day.
Yep.
That's going to be missed.
Yeah.
And I'm going to miss your clear voice and leadership in the newsroom. And as a woman in the newsroom, I just want to say thank you for leading the way and doing it in such an incredibly classy way.
Thank you so much, you guys. Okay, my turn, because I just want to take a moment to say my career here at Denver7 was everything I could have ever dreamed of. And I was so blessed to do it right here in my home state of Colorado, where I met my husband here at Denver7, raised two incredible children who made us proud grandparents. And so to my work family, I love and respect you all. There are so many fine journalists here in front of the camera and behind the scenes, and many are lifelong friends. And these are journalists who I promise you have integrity and are working hard every day to be fair. To all of you who have watched all these years, called, emailed, texted, or sent a message through social media, I have read them all. I feel your love, so thank you, thank you. I'm humbled and I'm so grateful for what you've given me. Is so much more. And my promise to you is that I am leaving you in good hands. I'm very proud of this Denver7 team, so thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank
I love
you.
you all. Thank you.
Thank you. I made it.
Thank you. Thank you.